Hey dog lovers! As we all adjust to spending more time at home, our dogs are certainly celebrating. They are definitely digging this new transition to more time with their favorite people, both inside and outside. Now down here in the Southeast, I live in Georgia, spring has definitely sprung. Everybody is waking up from their winter slumber, and that means the plants, the blooms, and most certainly the pollen. We get a nice fine dusting of yellow pollen every single year right around this time that definitely can trigger a number of allergies and allergic reactions in our pets. We're also finding that a number of the different parasites and insects that have been a little bit more dormant over the winter season have started to come out in full effect. So just a friendly reminder from your local veterinarian that if you have been lapsed in your parasite preventatives, so heartworm prevention, flea and tick prevention, now is most certainly the time to get back on the wagon and get your pets covered. Definitely talk to your veterinarian about what products they recommend for your pets. My hospital, we've got an online pharmacy, which works great, so that in these times when we're trying not to get out more than we need to, we can order those supplies online. I also wanted to provide some information for animals that may start to get some allergic symptoms or itchiness during the season as they combat the pollen. So signs that we'll typically find from environmental allergies are things like licking at the feet, scratching at the underbelly, sometimes breaking out in our ears with redness. So two very safe over-the-counter products that you can use are Benadryl, which is diphenhydramine, and Claritin, which is loratadine. So Benadryl, diphenhydramine, over-the-counter for an adult size comes in 25 milligram tablets. It also comes in a children's liquid version, which is 12.5 milligrams per 5 mils. The good rule of thumb dosage for diphenhydramine is 1 milligram per pound of body weight. So what that means is that you need to know what your pet weighs. So for instance, really simplistically, if you have a 25-pound dog, they're going to take one tablet of 25 milligram Benadryl. They can take that 2 to 3 times per day, so every 12 or every 8 hours as needed to help decrease that itch. Again, 50-pound dog, 2 at a time, 75-pound dog, 3 at a time to equate 75 milligrams. Again, if you have a smaller dog and you need to dose with the liquid version, 12.5 milligrams per 5 mils means in each 5 milligram dosage, which is the same as a teaspoon, so 1 teaspoon equates 5 milliliters, you're going to be delivering 12.5 milligrams of Benadryl. So if you have a 12.5 pound dog or someplace roughly in that region, you're going to give them 1 teaspoon of Benadryl. So I find that when we're dealing with smaller animals, really kind of narrowing that dose can help tremendously. So if you have like a 5 to 6 pound dog, a half a teaspoon is going to be appropriate dosage for that pet. On to Claritin, which I also like very much for combating my seasonal allergies. Loratadine is typically a 5 milligram or a 10 milligram tablet. My personal rule of thumb is that dogs kind of 15 pounds or less are going to take 5 milligrams of Claritin once a day. Dogs in the 15 to 40 pound range are going to take 10 milligrams once a day. And dogs in the 40 plus, so over 40 pound size, are going to take 1 10 milligram tablet in the morning and 1 10 milligram tablet in the evening. So 10 milligrams twice a day. Another use for Benadryl, as we talked about kind of different bugs, insects, etc., waking up outside. Insect hypersensitivity, which means being bitten by an insect, a bee or something like that, can also be combated pretty safely at home if it's mild enough with using Benadryl by mouth. Typical signs for that type of reaction, a lot of dogs will get bitten on the face because they're very curious. They're going after the bee. They're trying to bite the bee. They chomp down on the bee. It incites that allergic reaction. So we get a lot of swelling around the face. In the vet world, we always think that we got a lab and it turns into looking like a Shar-Pei, a very poofy-faced or wrinkled dog. So using Benadryl in those instances can be very useful as well. Other dogs will sometimes break out in urticaria, which is the medical term for hives. And what that can look like is kind of a rippling along their coat. I definitely find that some of our brachycephalic, which is smush face, medium-sized dogs seem to be the most sensitive. So boxers, pit bull mixes, etc., I find tend to break out the most with urticaria or hives. I hope that's very helpful. Stay safe out there. Do enjoy the beautiful outside world with your animals. Make sure you clear your distance with your neighbors, keeping that nice perimeter so that we're doing our very best to combat the coronavirus. Stay safe, stay healthy. Take care.